will continue today. Every day at noon. If you're new to us, please know that we welcome donations for everybody, and there's a link in the chat about that. We will have lyrics also in the chat for the songs that will be presented. And if you're not already, please contact Joe. I see Joe. Raise your hand, Joe. I don't know if everybody can see her. She will be, she's the mover and shaker and all this, and she will make sure your email gets on the list, and you can get lyrics in advance. So I'm saying special thanks in advance to the Washington Rebels, the Carpe Diem, and to our tech folk here, Colin and Nico, who are making all this possible. Okay, woo woo for that. Now, let me tell you about our special guest today. We have the group, the mighty duo called Emma's Revolution. Now, they are the dynamic award-winning activist duo of Pat Humphries and Sandy O. Their songs have been sung by the Dalai Lama. They've been praised by the immortal Pete Seeger and been covered by Holly Near. And Pete Seeger made a quote that I wanted to share. He said, "The powers that be can control the media, but it's hard to stop a good song. Pat's songs will be sung well into the 22nd century." And this comes straight from Pete Seeger. Just another endorsement. In fact, they were very busy on Sunday, I think, part of this wonderful singing activist kind of stuff. So you will be really inspired by them. So I want you to give a warm welcome to Pat and Sandy. Take it from me. Woo woo!
Thank you so much, Kathy. It's really our honor to be here with you all, especially in these last 2 weeks where you're focusing on racial justice. It's such an intense time, and we know from being musicians how much singing really helps keep us energized to do the work ahead. And boy, is there some work ahead, folks. No? We got a lot to do between now and November 3rd. We're going to get it done. I know we're going to get it done.
The music also helps us stay connected. And when George Floyd died, after the long string of other people of color that have been killed in police custody, we just felt like we needed to respond. And we needed to shout out to all our people who were rising up and demonstrating in the streets and in many cities, continuing to do that. So this song, that's the theme of this song. And well, it's a simple song that you can sing anywhere. You can sing it in the streets. You can sing it at home. May it keep you energized and connected. We'll start in it's a simple form. It repeats each verse with just a few changes. So we'll start the first verse and sing it through a few times, so you get the melody in your head, and then you'll catch the changes will come in the first line of each verse.
And there's a lead part and there's a harmony part. So if we had time, we can do a little bit of making sure you got the lead part, you get the harmony part, and then we'll be able to sing that whole song. And then there's the clapping. You always got to have some clapping, folks. Got to make as much noise as you can when you're singing for justice.
We're so glad to be with you all. This is morning for us. We're in California, in the Sacramento Valley, just outside of the Bay Area. So we're still waking up a little bit here, but it's nice to see all your faces. It's really a pleasure to be in community, and great to know that this happens on a daily basis where y'all can get together and sing. So
I know. I hope you join us in congratulating these folks. This is 130 days of this daily antidote. Let's just give them
nice
some
work,
love.
y'all.
That's amazing.
Nice work.
Yeah.
All right. Let's start us out.
Our people gonna rise.
Our people gonna rise.
Our people gonna rise.
Our people gonna rise. Listen to our cries through the pain and lies. Our people gonna rise.
Let's hear Pat's part.
So that's first part. Our people gonna rise. Our people gonna rise. Listen to our cries through the pain and lies. Our people gonna rise. And then the form just continues like that, with the first line indicating what the next verse will be. So the next one is: are people gonna sing? Are people gonna fight? Are people gonna grieve? Are people gonna pray? And then back to: are people gonna rise?
Yeah, so would you do your part again? Then let's do a little bit on my part, and then we'll put the harmony and the melody together.
Our people gonna rise. Our people gonna rise. Listen to our cries through the pain and lies. Our people gonna rise. Our people gonna sing. Our people gonna sing. In spite of everything, hear our freedom ring. Our people gonna sing.
Cool. So let's put my harmony part in there. And how are our lead singers going? You feel like you're getting that tune? It's a straightforward tune. All right, cool. So is anyone going to be singing the echo part with me or some harmony maybe?
Well, you didn't sing any echoes. So
I'm saying, are they going to? So now we'll get my part in there.
Now you know there's going to be an echo. So, and we want to keep we're going to keep this rhythm fairly steady and a little bit slow because it takes a lot of breath. So take a deep breath down into your diaphragm there. Use that, and so you'll have enough air to get through these verses. Okay?
Okay, I'll do my part now. We'll go through my part a couple times so we make sure we get the whole thing and they can teach it to their friends. Go
1,
ahead.
2, 3, 4. Our people gonna rise.
Our people gonna rise.
Our people gonna rise. Listen to our cries through the pain and lies. Our people gonna rise.
One more time.
Our people gonna rise.
Our people gonna rise.
Our people gonna rise. Listen to our cries through the pain and lies. Our people gonna rise.
So hold on. Can you do one where you do yours slightly softer so people can hear my part, and then we'll get the whole song going.
Okay.
Okay.
Our people gonna rise.
Our people gonna rise.
Our people gonna
Rise. Listen to our cries through the pain and lies. Our people gonna rise. One more time.
Our people gonna rise.
Our people gonna rise.
Our people gonna
Rise. Listen to our cries through the pain and lies. Our people gonna rise.
Or whatever harmony line you would like to throw on there.
That's right.
That's just one example.
That's right. And so you'll hear like my part goes lower than Pat's and then goes up above Pat's, and you can feel free to move your harmonies as you like. Okay, I think do you have it, people? I think you do.
Yeah.
All right.
These folks are used to singing together.
All right. Well, that's great.
All
Let's
right.
do the whole thing through.
There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Our people gonna rise.
Our people gonna rise.
Our people gonna rise. Listen to our cries through the pain and lies. Our people gonna rise. Our people gonna sing.
Our people gonna sing.
Our people gonna sing. In spite of everything, hear our freedom ring. Our people gonna sing. Our people gonna fight.
Our people gonna fight.
Our people gonna fight. For what we know is right, we'll march into the night. Our people gonna fight. Our people gonna breathe.
Our people gonna breathe.
Our people gonna breathe. We have the right to breathe. Whatever you believe, we have the right to breathe. Our people gonna grieve. Our people gonna pray.
Our people gonna pray.
Our people gonna pray. Take our rights away. See you on election day. Our people gonna pray. Our people gonna rise.
Our people gonna rise.
Our people gonna rise. Listen to our cries through the pain and lies. Our people gonna rise.
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 Wow. I'm ready to march right now. Woo! It's fire. I was just like, our people gonna rise. Woo! Barely hold my seat, but you know they never look at the camera, so I had to stay back. Woo!
That's all right. That's all right.
Wow. So talk to us more about why you do what you do.
We are an activist duo. We have been doing this since, well, actually, we started on and off in the starting in the mid '90s, and then started doing this in earnest in 2000, writing songs about social justice movements here and around the world, and drawing together the range of different issues that are happening, and so that we can link movements. So this is just one of many movements that we have written a number of songs about. And when we were able to tour, we would tour all over the country whenever possible, going to the source of the issues. And we went to Sanford, Florida when Trayvon Martin was killed. We've been to many places around the country. I went to Standing Rock, and even if we're not always singing there, but we're always there in solidarity and to develop relationships and to hear directly from the voices of the people who are bringing these issues to our attention, so that we can write authentically, and speak directly with some amount of sort of original authority around these issues whenever that's at all possible. We do our best to check our sources and speak from the heart and write songs that will create a larger community to create a better world.
And
So
we
it's about the power of the song. And
Absolutely.
speak to me more about what does the have you been able to like sing a song and watch the way in which it transforms or changes the space and the people? What has that been experienced? I would like you to talk about the power of what you do, because it's a lot of times we take it for granted, you
Yeah,
know.
Yeah.
I was going to say one thing that we really love doing is writing a song that has a part for people to participate in many different ways. So some folks won't want to sing, although once you get a whole crowd singing, almost everybody's singing, even if they think they don't want
Infectious,
to.
isn't it?
But just
Infectious.
the part about having the clapping parts, one that Pat's part was, pretty right, straight ahead, and mine was a little bit extra. It just sort of encourages people, getting their whole bodies involved first of all. So your voice and your body, your hands, even dancing, whatever, really helps keep the energy up at events. We've been in a lot of very long demonstrations because there was a lot to say, and there is a lot to say. And music is one of the things that keeps, as some folks were writing in the chat, it like gets your blood, gets your blood moving and your spirit soaring, and helps to keep the energy really strong through times like these where there's so much to work on. And we know that we're drawing from history where in the civil rights movement, songs were what kept people ready to be up against those front lines of police, those front lines of Ku Klux Klan, and we've got those kind of front lines now. And music and arts in all sorts of forms are part of what keeps people's energy and their spirit and their full bodies engaged.
We
It feels.
sang.
Mhm. Go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry, Kathy. We sang outside of the tent cities that Joe Arpaio had going there in Phoenix, Arizona, as part of a Unitarian Universalist gathering. So several thousand people demonstrating and singing, and we got the word that people inside the tents could hear us. So we came it was just about our time to get on stage, and we thought, what can we sing to these people who can hear us? We couldn't be, right up against the tents, but when we got word from the families that folks inside could hear us singing, I thought, what can we sing? What can we sing? So we came out with. Remind me how this goes.
Shut
Yeah.
down.
Oh yeah. Shut down Tent City. No more Sheriff Joe. People are singing no deportation. Let our people go. And we just let our people go. So we just had thousands of people singing this outside, and they could hear us in Tent City. And as we sang on and on for a long time on a very, very hot Phoenix night. It was near 100 there, and we
Woo!
as we were leaving, yeah, we didn't know this, but the families of the people that were detained in those horrifically hot tents and inhumane conditions were there, and they
Wow.
met us as we were walking out, and just the look on their faces, the look of appreciation and solidarity and relief that they weren't alone in this struggle was
Yeah.
such a huge testimony to the power of music.
Thank you so much, Pat and Sandy, for what you do.
Thank
For
you.
me, this music in this way is not optional,
Mm.
I agree.
part of survival. And
Hmm.
out of my own heritage, I mean, it's the music to make it from point A to point B. The music is part of that story. It's not something that you can do if you feel like it's what's giving life and
Yeah.
Yeah.
healing and hope. Thank you.
We,
One person asked, does this time feel different to you than other times in racial justice in our nation? What would you say? How do you?
I I would say what I find most amazing about this time is that, and I don't know if I mean I do think it has to do with the pandemic and the fact that so much has just stopped in a strange
Yeah.
way, or started in a strange way as well, for folks who for whom it never stopped. Their work never stopped, but there's an ability to have more focus on what's going on. And as we know, many people of color have been killed over the years, any
Mhm.
month, any week, any day.
Yes.
But when George Floyd was killed, and when Breonna Taylor was killed, and Ahmaud Arbery was killed, people could see it because their attention was not divided
Yes.
in the same way that
Mhm.
it usually was, and people could see it. And when people saw it, it wasn't just activists who said, "Oh my God, this has to stop." It was many more people, and the escalation of response to the murder of George Floyd, and the changes that are already being pushed through or already being enacted in cities and towns across this country is incredibly, it's unprecedented in my lifetime as an activist.
Mhm.
um, Whenever the issues we were working on in the other times before this time, activists knew about it, and maybe some small subset of people who were paying attention to the news in that similar way. But now everybody knows about it. You cannot even escape, not escape, but you can't really go forward without knowing what's going on. And I think that that's an amazing moment about this time.
yeah, we have a window on it that we haven't had probably since there was really truly ethical news coverage in the 60s. I think that what started to turn the tide on what was decades and upon decades of activism was that the resistant part of the country started to get a little bit of a window, through some of the more compassionate folks that had some control of the media during that time, and it really that started to make the opening, and I think that is true now. Our attention is focused on a lot of our screens, and a lot of our devices, and we have some access that we haven't had in decades, and it's hard to deny when it's right in front of your face. I mean, obviously there are deniers out there. This administration's working very, very hard, to say, "Oh,
Yeah.
don't look there, look over
Yeah.
here." Um, but I think we have a unique opportunity here, and people are coming together, I think, in unique ways, and really making their voices be heard. It's incredibly transformative and inspiring time, I think.
It is, and your songs are speaking so clearly to that, as many have said in the chat. One person, I think it was Joe, said there's a really interesting double entendre going here with our people are going to rise, or are people going to rise?
Yeah.
That's
Asking the
interesting.
question and speaking it. So
Yeah.
as we go to sort of wrap this up, we ask you to do one more verse of that taking us. Oh, but are there any specific? Well, I think there was one question, Sasha. Do you want to address at all some of the disparity we see in healthcare that
Oh my
affect
gosh. Well,
color?
Yeah, I think
in
that's
1 minute or less.
I think that's another thing that's really forcing people to think about these things is that this pandemic has shown us all the ways in which our system has never worked for people, and there have been voices that have spoken this before, but it's really different to feel it on this level, and I think that has made a huge difference in people's awareness and people's motivation. People are struggling in a way that they've never struggled before, having to be in one place and not being in their community and whatnot, and not having access to the services that they need.
And I think we had a little bit of a window on that because as musicians, and and activist musicians, it's not the easiest way to make a living in the world. And so we didn't have healthcare for many years until Obamacare came into being. So we know what it's like to have those kinds of risks. And I had a heart attack 4 years ago, and luckily I was on Obamacare at that point. And that's what should be for everyone. Everyone should have the coverage they need. It should not be tied to jobs. It should be healthcare is a right and not a privilege. And so we speak to that both in terms of income disparity and then also certainly in terms of racial disparity, and adding in what we know about pollution and where more of the dump sites are and where more of the pollution is and more people of color are affected by that. All of those things are true and are being seen more now.
And it's always the blackest and brownest people, in this country and in the world that, feel the effects of these things the greatest. So we're really honored to have been included in this series. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Please all join me, everybody, in thanking this dynamic duo. Most definitely. My heart is bursting. I mean, it's just like, makes me want to run on. Like John Lewis said to me, makes me want to run on a little while longer.
Nice. That's beautiful.
But that's exactly how I feel. I want us to invite you to come back and sing that to us one more time.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Somebody's birthday is Sandy. Who's Sandy?
It was my birthday yesterday.
Oh, we need to sing that first. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sandy. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad you requested that, Chris. Chris is a friend of ours, and Kathy, I had no idea you were sitting in front of your piano.
I know, me either.
That is fantastic.
I'm always ready.
We need to do something with you. We need to create some social, some shelter-in-place music.
Yes,
That's just beautiful.
I'm ready, baby. I'm ready.
I see that. So thank you so much for singing to me, you all. It's truly a strange time in that regard, and then at the same time, I get to have all of your birthday love coming at me. So thank you so much to all of you for singing.
All right. So wrap us up
wrap us up.
We say bye to our Facebook friends after we do this closure. And then if we have a few more minutes of folks here who have some questions, we do have a little bit more time. But let's wrap it up right now with Emma's Revolution.
Our people gonna rise.
Our people gonna rise.
Our people gonna rise. Listen to our cries through the pain and lies. Our people gonna rise. Our people gonna sing.
Our people gonna sing.
Our people gonna sing. In spite of everything, hear a freedom ring. Our people gonna sing. Our people gonna fight.
Our people gonna fight.
Our people gonna fight. For what we know is right, we're marching to the night. Our people gonna fight. Our people gonna grieve.
Our people gonna grieve.
Our people gonna grieve. Whatever you believe, we have the right to breathe. Our people gonna grieve. Our people gonna pray.
Our people gonna pray.
Our people gonna pray. Take our rights away. See you on election day. Our people gonna pray. people gonna rise.
Our people gonna rise.
Our people gonna rise. Listen to our cries through the painted lies. Our people gonna rise.
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 Woo-wee. Woo-wee. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Join me, everybody, in thanking the fantastic dynamic duo, Pat and Sandy.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Woo.
you.
Wow. So
Thank
Facebook
you.
folk, we thank you for joining us. Don't forget tomorrow, our next person coming will be Reggie Harris, one of our favorites, who's going to be sharing with us. Take this energy, this love, this inspiration, and carry it with you everywhere you go today. So when somebody gets on your nerves, remember our people gonna rise.
Nice, Kathy. I wanted to mention we did a recording of this song,
A
Our
video.
People Gonna Rise, a video recording with Reggie Harris singing
Oh
Harmony.
my gosh.
So you can find it on our website, emmasrevolution.com. It's also on our Facebook page for all you in Facebook land and on YouTube.
All right. So don't forget that. Look that up, everybody. Okay, I think